Thank you, Madam Chair. I mean, certainly we could work on AVs, but I mean, I got to be honest with you, I think AVs are not the answer to inflation and price gouging and our economic problems. It's certainly something we can do, but it's not something that's going to solve that problem or any of those problems. My concern right now, and I don't want to go into it, I just get the impression more and more, and I hope it doesn't continue to the end of the session, that, the answer to everything that we talk about is no. We talk about the Competes Act. We were at rules yesterday. I've been hearing for the last year or so from the Republicans about China and the competition from China. But yes, when we were at the Rules Committee yesterday, no, we can't do this bill. This bill is no good. This isn't going to solve the problem. Now we talk about price gouging. Well, I can't support this bill because this bill isn't going to solve the price gouging problem. I mean, I just hope I'm wrong and that we just don't get between now and the election nothing but we can't do this, we can't do that. It's just sad because I want to work in a bipartisan basis on everything, even AVs. But we're just, we're really not getting much cooperation from the other side, in all honesty. Now, let me just say that we still face major challenges with our economy, clearly, but we are seeing major signs of economic recovery. Last year, overall gross domestic product grew 5.7%, the highest annual rate in nearly 4 decades. The economy added 6.4 million jobs, the largest annual increase in American history. That historic job creation reduced unemployment from 15% at the beginning of last year to just 3.9% today. Wages are increasing. We did have the American Rescue Plan and the bipartisan infrastructure bill. I say bipartisan, but I think there were only 12 House Republicans that supported it. And we do now lead the world in our economic pandemic recovery. But our economy, while it is recovering, it's true that American families are still struggling to make ends meet, rising prices for food and other household necessities. But a lot of these price increases are a result of the ongoing pandemic. That's why we're taking action later this week to pass the America Competes Act. I hope we do get some Republican support. That deals with the supply chain issue and shortages of critical goods and tries to have more goods made here in the USA, and yes, reduce, make us more competitive with China and other countries. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of price gouging taking place. Some businesses are simply price gouging consumers. And these actions have been constant throughout the pandemic, evolving with each phase and disproportionately harming the most vulnerable when they can least afford it. And opportunist price gouging initially focused on the sudden need for items like personal protective equipment and hand sanitizer, but more recently, we've heard reports of overpriced COVID test kits and face masks, and now pandemic profiteering has expanded to virtually all types of consumer goods. And I do think that corporate greed is motivating large companies to use the pandemic and supply chain issues as an excuse to raise prices simply because they can. And a lot of executives brazenly boast to investors about raising prices on consumers without consequences. And these executives are saying they're going to continue to do so. The legislation under discussion today is basically designed to bring this outrageous price gouging to an end. The act is a straightforward solution to the immediate problem. It's introduced by Chair Schakowsky and along with myself, Representative Cicilline and Latter, would give the FTC the authority to seek civil penalties from those price gouging during the COVID-19 pandemic. States' attorney generals would be able to enforce the legislation without losing any of their existing authority under state law. And the fact of the matter is, there is no federal price gouging law today. And while most states do have some kind of authority, those laws are inconsistent, and many fail to address the unique circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic. So Congress has to give the FTC and state the authority enforcement tools they need to go after companies that are gouging consumers. It's mostly large companies. So I look forward to the discussion today and hope we can find bipartisan agreement to act on this important legislation that puts consumers first. And with that, Madam Chair, I yield back.